What led to the videos being sent of the children?
It was just of her, and then she would just send in the videos and stuff.
Well, you need to elaborate, because there may be children that, like, you're being very, very vague, and
What you just saw is a real police interrogation. The man sitting across from those detectives had a job working with vulnerable people every single day. He was trusted, he was respected, and behind closed doors, he was living a completely different life. One that investigators were about to expose, piece by piece. This is the story of how a routine online investigation in Indiana unraveled into one of the most disturbing cases law enforcement had seen in years. Stay with us, because nothing about this story is what it seems at first.
How you doing, Alex?
Good.
How are you?
Yes.
I'm Detective Boardman, okay?
Okay, you're with Greenfield?
Greenfield, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go have a little chat, alright?
Alright, well, I don't usually go to Greenfield at all, so...
That's alright. Yeah, we're part of a task force, alright?
Oh, okay.
We're just going to talk about some online activity.
Okay.
Alright?
Sounds good, officer.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Alright.
Wallets, keys, and tape measure.
Okay. Has he been batted down?
Yeah, just an exterior real quick, just to make sure
Okay.
no
Do you
weapons.
need to
No
do
weapons.
more, I mean, whatever you need to do to help?
Okay, yeah,
So,
no,
fine.
just relax, alright? We're just going to have a little chat, alright?
Alright, detective.
So,
Are we good?
Yeah.
Do you want my vehicle there, or can we pull it over to the gas station?
Yeah,
or...
Over there? Do you give me permission to pull it over?
If you don't mind, I'll just...
no, we can't let you
okay.
back in the car right now. We're just
Okay.
going to have a quick chat, but we will pull your car out of the way if you're good with it.
I'm fine with that.
That
Let
way
me
we
give you
don't have to tow
the
it or
little
anything.
fob, because you know how those
Oh
are.
yeah.
It'll all be recorded, so.
Alright,
Do
no
you have
worries.
any other keys on your pocket or anything for the van, or is this...
No, that's the only one for the van. The rest are for house and stuff, and then
Okay.
my cell phone is right up there.
What else you got in?
That
your
is,
wallet?
wallet, officer, wallet, keys.
You got a
tape
bunch of
measure.
wallets?
Well, this one's like cards and stuff,
Yeah.
and then the back one, because it doesn't have good for cash, I just keep my cash in an old one like that.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. I hate having stuff in my pockets. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a lot more. What do I say? Fidelity and dexterity that you need to be able to run and move.
What do you do for work? I see you got a tape measure there.
I'm actually a behavior technician, but my dad was a contractor, so I know how to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I was helping him out, laying down some vinyl flooring
Oh yeah.
today. So I actually got my T-squares in the front seat, right there, big old orange ones.
Gotcha. All right, well, we'll just go right over here to my car real quick. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, we're just gonna have a chat, all right?
All right, sounds good.
On the surface, Alec Heggie appeared to be an ordinary man. A behavior technician helping young adults with autism navigate daily life. He had been in the Army Reserve for over a decade. He was engaged. He had children, but police weren't there because of his flooring work or his day job. They were there because of a disturbing trail of online activity that connected him to a federal case unfolding in Ohio. A case involving a nanny, toddler-aged victims, and illegal material being shared across multiple platforms. Investigators from local police, a task force, and the Department of Homeland Security were all present that day. That alone tells you how serious this was.
So what does that mean? Do you have like your own office, or how does that work?
No, I don't have an office at all. We work with the young adults and the kiddos. Everything's overseen by what's called a BCBA, so it's Board Certified Behavior Analysis.
Okay.
They have a master's degree in behavior analytics and behavioral therapy.
Okay.
And I'm the one who, they do all the writing and all that, and I just kind of am kind of like a teacher.
So do you meet with the clients individually, or like do you have to?
No, they're at the center. It's a local place. They all come to us.
No, like when you meet with someone, is it like you're in with like the actual therapist and you took notes, or you're part of?
Oh no, I am the
therapy?
therapist.
Okay, very cool.
I'm the one who's conducting the therapy based off of what the BCBA, the one that has the master's degree, the higher level. They
give you the curriculum.
They give me the curriculum, and
okay.
I teach the curriculum. That's the easiest way to say it. It's kind of like a teacher's assistant, but yet you're doing a little bit more teaching than assisting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a hybrid.
Yeah.
And then you have your
Gotcha.
own, so you have your own place in there, or you just kind of have to walk around and you just do your thing for the
We,
day?
we have different rooms and stuff,
Okay.
so we all kind of.
I've just never been to
No,
one of
no,
those facilities.
it's my facility is very. We are very different than most facilities that way, because the approach we do what's called environmental and natural teaching methodology.
Okay.
So it's not creating like a classroom environment per se for teaching the kids or the young adults. That we kind of go out into the community, so we meet them in their real world.
Gotcha.
So like, how can they become, since they're on they have cognitive delay and such, on the autism spectrum, how can they become the most functioning member of society? So it's a lot of like, we go out to grocery stores and we just kind of teach them, okay, this is how to grocery shop, because they're young adults. So it's
Yeah.
like how to budget. You know,
Yeah.
you have
Like real world stuff. and
real world stuff, not like, can you put triangle to triangle, circle to circle, and square to square, like you would do with
Yeah.
like a kindergartner.
that- Right.
You know, and these are young adults, like 18 to.
So is everybody there adults, or do you teach any juveniles? Or
We have a few juveniles, but I primarily work with the young adult men.
Okay.
I think you have a pretty good idea. You're talking about what agencies are here because you have an idea of why we're here.
Well, I mean, there's a plethora of reasoning. It's just I don't know the exact specifics. I mean, I can surmise that it is something of stature.
Okay.
So I just don't know what of stature.
Yeah.
I should say, I know it is of stature, but not the minutia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here basically trying to get your help. All right, on an ongoing case that stemmed from Cleveland. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm just saying too.
Okay.
I'm reaffirming what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. And an online relationship that you may have had with Lloyd Duncan. You familiar with Lloyd Duncan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We haven't spoken in a long while now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and with that being said, we're not the moral police. We're not anything like that. We're not going to go, talk to your. I mean, we're not going to go blab to your wife about any relationship that you really necessarily had online. It's more like Special Agent Johnson was talking about is the well-being of these children and what information that you may be able to provide to rescue some of these kids that are involved in this investigation. Okay. Or any other investigation or person that you may be able to help us with. Okay.
At this point in the interrogation, investigators were carefully managing the conversation. They were keeping the tone calm, almost friendly. And there's a reason for that. Experienced detectives know that pushing too hard too early can cause a suspect to shut down completely. Instead, they framed this as Heggie helping them, pointing them toward other potential victims. But make no mistake, every answer Heggie gave was being used to build a case directly against him. He had already confirmed he knew the Ohio nanny by name. He had already admitted to having an online relationship with her, and investigators knew far more than they were letting on. The real questioning was just beginning.
Well, tell us about it a little bit. I mean, how'd you guys meet?
Met on online, and then after that.
Which platform?
I want to say it was Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still have Snapchat?
Yeah.
Do you remember what your username was when you talked to her at the time?
I want to say it was. I used an online pseudonym one. It was Alec or something like that.
Gotcha. Just kind of came up with the name.
Yeah, close enough, but
Yeah.
different.
I
You
gotcha.
know, because everybody already calls me Alex as is, so.
And it's spelled.
I mean, it's spelled kind of the same. It sounds the same. Where did flies come from?
It keeps somehow one got in here.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Alex, ALEX. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly how
You don't still have it now anymore? Okay.
When did you get rid of that?
Months ago,
Okay.
because just stopped talking. We just stopped talking that way, and then I okay, well, I don't need this anymore, so I just closed it out and was like, no reason to keep it.
So I know Snapchat, obviously, I had it years ago, and my niece and nephew send the filters for fun, but for nowadays, are people, when you met her, were you just randomly, how did you come across her profile in the first place? Did you guys...
Just
scrolling, or how
scrolling that community,
okay.
Type thing.
So did you go? Okay, I'm just to be honest with you, asking this because I'm not playing mind tricks or anything.
No.
So
I
you get on there, is it like a forum or some sort of?
There's your suggested. It's all algorithmic stuff.
Okay.
I don't even understand.
So you just came across.
Just came across it and was like, click.
Just click and add friend.
You get it.
And you just started from there.
We just started from there having a conversation.
When about was that? Do you remember?
I can't remember offhand.
I mean, within the last year, or when did you guys first?
Oh, let's see here. We probably haven't talked. Let's see here in about 4 months now, give or take. I mean.
With the first initial.
Oh, the first initial. It was about a year, maybe.
I got you.
So you guys chatted for about a year.
A year or so, yeah. Off and on. Yeah. Some days it was more frequently. Other days it was a week at a time, no conversation. It's just that normal ebb and flow of conversation.
I got you.
Okay.
So.
And what did so did you guys have? What was your relationship like?
I would say it was online, fling type, nothing serious or anything like that, ever.
Just kinky talking.
Stuff, exactly.
Okay. What kind of stuff are you guys into?
It was just it was all.
You're not going to tell us anything that we haven't heard.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Clearly, you already know. So you know the case and stuff that way. So yeah, it was just kind of her affinity for the adult, I want to say for adult toddler babying herself fetish type thing. So just kind of indulged her in that.
I gotcha. So you guys had kind of a talk about her being in or something.
Just like I said, it just more or less just kind of indulged her in her fantasy.
In her fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just it was kind of a relationship outside. Me and the missus were kind of going through some stuff at the time, so it was just kind of an outlet just to blow off.
Yeah.
What investigators were doing here is a technique called gradual disclosure. They started with the less confrontational parts, how they met, what platform they used, how long they talked, before slowly steering toward what they actually had evidence of. Heggie was walking himself directly into a trap, believing that minimizing the relationship would protect him. But authorities had already reviewed communications, transaction records, and material tied directly to his account. Every casual answer he gave was being cross-referenced against hard evidence. He still didn't realize just how deep the case against him already was. The next section of this interrogation is where things take a much darker turn.
I understand what you saw.
What did I say?
If you know
How did we get to the kids? What led to the videos being sent of the children?
It was just of her, and then she would just send in the videos and stuff.
Well, you need to elaborate, because there may be children that, you're being very, very vague, and I get that on the front end, but we need you to be a little more specific and elaborate, So, you know, there was fantasy chat between you guys, and it started out with the diaper fetish, and you know, between you and her, and then that led to.
And I'm gonna make the assumption then that that led to her choosing to move into a, how do I want to word it? Basically moving it up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So what was her job? How did she have access to children?
She said she was a nanny. I've never met her in person or anything like that. Like I said, everything's been purely
So you
online.
guys
So I
never met up?
I never met up, never anything that way. So
Did you ever call her on the phone, or did you guys only talk via Snapchat?
via Snapchat.
Did you ever call via Snapchat too within the app?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Everything was.
Yeah.
There was some video, like Snapchat calls and that type of stuff, but everything was contained within that app.
Okay.
If that answers your question.
Yeah. And what we're trying to get at again is, I know you're trying to. I'm not playing mind games with you. Like, we have seen stuff, but we also I need to know what you saw that you know. Hey, this was actually, it wasn't AI. It wasn't like, you know, what was it that you saw?
Yeah.
When you went from just her to the kids she's nannying or whatever.
Nannying or in her care stead, whatever you want to terminology.
So your knowledge, what do you recall when it wasn't her and it was the stuff she was saying of the children? Obviously candid stuff.
It was.
And then other things.
It seemed like from there it was like pretty much candid, like during like diaper changes or like clothing changes, that type of in nature there.
Okay.
That's what it, from my recollection and memory, was primarily of that.
So yeah, I just wanted to kind of circle back. I know it's not easy to talk about. We're not, like you said, we're not here as a moral police or anything like that. We're not here to judge, or we just really want to
You're here for the victims.
And hear from the victims, but we need to kind of get into the psyche of like how we got to the children. Like there wasn't like how did we go from? I mean I get the diaper thing and the fetish, and you know one thing leads to the next, but can you explain those conversations a little bit, like how we got there?
I think it just was progression of me indulging with her fetish fantasy.
Yeah.
I think it was just she was looking for someone who was willing to indulge in that with her, and I just was, like I said, not in a good space personally, and I just, chose to indulge, and it just, I want to say the endorphins potential hypothesized.
Like it felt good?
Yeah, for her. And so she kept going on to the next because I kept indulging and...
When you say indulging, obviously, so, and again, man, the more I'm talking to you, it sounds like, you're the guy that's, again, you're probably just, whatever's going through with your wife, you get it.
Yeah.
Fiance, sorry.
Yeah, no,
and
you're good.
you had this fling with her, but you say indulging her, but also, I mean, there's no question that you were attracted to that or drawn because you have, I'm assuming you were masturbating to that, or you had sent in an image of your erect penis and you're turning yourself on as well, not just her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both ways. Like
it is.
This moment in the interrogation is critical. Up until now, Heggie had been trying to frame himself as someone who simply went along with what someone else initiated. But investigators weren't accepting that framing. They pushed him to acknowledge that he was an active participant, not just a passive observer. And he confirmed it. This is important from a legal standpoint because it helps establish intent. Simply receiving illegal material is already a serious crime, but requesting it, encouraging it, and paying for it, which investigators were about to confront him on directly, moves the case into far more severe legal territory. The next segment reveals just how actively involved Heggie actually was.
I'm going to ask you very direct yes or no questions, and I'd like you to answer those because that's going to help you and I have a good conversation later today.
I would love to.
Did you request sexual acts to be performed on that child? Yes. What sexual acts were those?
I let the individual make the decision.
That's not true. Once again, what sexual acts did you request to happen? And I need you to be honest because it's going to help us later.
I gave her the idea, sir.
Tell me the idea that you gave her.
I gave her the idea to perform
Specifically.
some sort of potential.
Not potential. Tell me exactly what you requested her to
Some
do.
sort of the.
What was that sort of that you requested?
I believe it was of the
And this will get. How often did you pay her for any material?
I don't remember the frequency, sir. There's the screenshots that you guys have that disposal of.
How much did you spend for child abuse material?
Again, I don't recall the exact number.
Okay.
But you did pay for it. Okay.
There was transactional action, yes, that occurred.
So we're going to do a little over and under here.
Okay, sir?
How many times did you have conversations with her in which that child was abused? Was it more than 10?
I would say it was less than 10.
Would you say it was less than 10 or was it less than 10?
It was less than 10. I don't remember the exact.
More than 5? Between 5 and 10?
I don't remember exactly, but I would say that's probably within the realm of plausibility, highly. Again, all that information.
100 times is within the realm of possibility. I'm asking you, was it between 5 and 10 times?
I do not recall exactly.
Was it more than 2?
No. What? Yes. More than 2, yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Did you pay each time?
I don't remember if I paid individually each time that way, or if I just gave it to her, sent her the funds.
Did you pay more than once? You would know that.
Like I said, there's multiple transactions that
Okay.
did occur between me and her. Sorry.
All right.
You
Very
remember
good.
the text message that said, "I'm giving you a lot of material for $25."
Okay.
So that sounds, like I said, I
All of this is helping me because
Yeah.
later on you and I are going to get down into very specific things, and I want to get some of this stuff out of the way now so that you and I aren't having a 4-hour conversation to take a 15-minute.
What platform did you use to exchange the money?
we used, it was either PayPal or it was Cash App. I don't remember which one of the apps that I was using at that time.
We kind of went through a phase where you may have made some mistakes where even I guess she's sending you things of actual children and you're continuing to communicate with her and like encourage it. So what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that could be something where you probably learned from it since then, but helping us understand like at the time like what was so attractive about it, even when she started sending actual, going from her to the kids.
I think it was just the shock of it.
You continued to talk to her.
I think it was just the shock of it.
Yeah.
Like the, kind of like that shock value and just like, wow, this is, so, what do I want to say? Like, abnormal, like just the shock value of it and how it was something so radically different.
Yeah. Especially the ones with the kids she sent me. Was that ones where you would communicate with her after that, like and just gonna be blunt, like masturbating into that, and then later say like, this is stuff that I want to do someday, and things like that to my own kids, and
but it was just like on that, like I said, I was in a really dark place.
Yeah.
Not well, as you can clearly tell from reading that and now talking, like I really, and then I just kind of took off. After we stopped, I kind of took a hard look at myself and I was like, look, this is not me. This is,
Sure.
I need to get the help, and that's where I got that help. And I mean, I've been working through things, and
Well, I mean,
I struggled for years
that's,
with.
that's good that that you are getting help now. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh,
You
you're
said,
fine,
is
you're
this
fine.
something that you've struggled with for a long time?
No, like I said, I mean, I was gonna say I've always struggled with like a pornography addiction,
Yeah.
and that. So I think for me too, because of having that addiction and struggle,
Sure.
this kind of like this incident that way, like kind of brought everything to like that boiling point where I took that hard look after we stopped talking,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is not me.
Heggie was trying to frame his actions as the result of a temporary dark period, a phase he had already worked through. He mentioned therapy. He spoke about self-reflection, but investigators weren't moved by that. The law does not account for personal growth after the fact when children have been harmed. And what was about to come next in this interrogation would prove that this was not simply a case of a man stumbling into something online. The next set of questions would reveal something far more troubling, something much closer to home. The interrogator who now entered the conversation had one goal: the complete truth.
I want you to tell me, this will be the easiest thing. Yes or no? Have you had inappropriate sexual contact with your child?
No, sir.
I'm sorry?
I said, sir. The only thing that I have ever done that way is change my kid's diapers. And
And during that time, did your struggle get out of your control and you inappropriately touched? Because I've heard that before.
One occasion, and it was the triggering event for me to get myself into my own therapy,
Thank
and
you.
that's why I'm
Thank you.
in.
Have you on multiple occasions, more than one, during a diaper change, have inappropriate sexual contact with your more than once?
Yes.
Thank you. That helps. That helps, and that truth gets us further down the road toward taking this confirmatory test. All right. More than 20 times?
No.
More than 10?
No.
5 to 10?
No.
That's not true.
I'm awaiting your question, sir.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the truth.
My apologies. I didn't want to interrupt you like we had talked, so I just was waiting.
I'm waiting for the truth.
Can you please restate last question?
I'm going to restate a different question that's going to be a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you, nearly every time that you've changed your diaper, struggled with that thought in the back of your mind, even if you didn't?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Now, knowing how strong this struggle was, and knowing how it's gotten out of your hands, both out in the wild of the internet and these times changing your daughter, that's why I'm telling you, in the last 5 months, there is zero chance that this did not get out of your control multiple.
What the investigator was doing in that moment was methodical and deliberate. He wasn't accepting partial truths. He wasn't letting minimized answers stand unchallenged. Each time Heggie tried to understate the frequency or scope of what he had done, the detective pushed back with precision. Investigators at this level are trained to understand how people in these situations communicate, where they deflect, where they stall, and where they're holding something back. And in every one of those moments, the detective redirected him back to the truth. After more than 4 hours of questioning, they had what they needed.
Man, I appreciate your honesty today, man. It goes a long way with us, seriously.
So will I be indicted? Am I being arrested by the
Oh, we're not. That's the discussion. This is not my case, but that'll be a discussion. Obviously, we got to figure out what's the best.
Be honest with me. Am I? you've been in law enforcement long enough and on this task force.
It's been a long time.
Am I getting highly like?
Well, I mean,
yes or no?
from what's said today, you got to understand there's probably going to be consequences for it. You know.
So
But-
I'm basically going to be on a bench warrant, probably, and I will lose my job, and I will lose my.
Well, we don't know yet on the extent of how this is. That's why we were talking to you about how far do we have to go. Like thinking about your job, right? There's no children there that's ever had opportunity.
We're
that's huge for
there
us.
there is multiple safeguards in
Yeah.
play for that. That was it's always two people in a room.
Yeah, that's good.
There's always, the clients, they take care of themselves when they go to the bathroom. All we do is we stand outside.
Yeah.
So like this, say that's the bathroom.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I'm right here leaning on the wall, sitting down on the wall,
Yeah.
right there.
Alec Heggie was arrested in July 2025 on multiple child sex crime charges. In January of the following year, he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of child molesting, 1 count of child exploitation, and 2 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material. He was sentenced to 91 years in prison and is required to register as a sex offender for life. The Ohio nanny, Molly Elizabeth Duncan, whose illegal material set this entire investigation in motion, also pleaded guilty in federal court to multiple charges, including sexual exploitation of children.